Amid the ongoing uncertainty surrounding BTS's future, a private moment caught public attention and deepened speculation. Jin, the oldest BTS member, was seen having a serious conversation with Jungkook, the youngest member, in what was believed to be an emotionally charged situation. This conversation occurred backstage at an internal HYB event, yet it was captured by a fan's camera and quickly spread across various social media platforms. Was this merely a regular interaction between members? Or was it a direct response to serious rumors involving Suga, one of the members who has recently returned to the spotlight due to unconfirmed reports? The moment triggered a wave of public reactions. In the video that circulated, Jin appeared to speak with a serious expression, using firm yet gentle hand gestures. Jungkook, on the other hand, seemed to be listening intently, occasionally nodding slowly. The interaction was immediately seen as a signal that something significant was unfolding behind the scenes. Moreover, not long after the conversation, Jungkook paused his individual promotional activities on social media without further explanation. Questions arose. Was Jin offering advice regarding internal pressure Jungkook might be facing? Or was this directly connected to Suga's situation, which still lacks clarification from the agency? Rumors about Suga have intensified in recent weeks. Several social media accounts claim he's under heavy pressure regarding his contract's future, with some even suggesting he's considering stepping away from group activities soon. However, HYB and Big Hit have remained silent. There has been no official statement to calm public speculation. In this context, the conversation between Jin and Jungkook becomes a focal point. The public sees it as a personal intervention from a Hyung to the Magne amidst a situation that threatens the group's internal cohesion. It's important to note that Jin has long been known as a cautious figure who rarely expresses concern openly. Therefore, his decision to speak seriously with Jungkook in a semi-public space can be interpreted as an escalation of internal concerns that can no longer be hidden. Many fans interpret the interaction as emotional advice to keep Jungkook's spirit up amid rising tension, especially if the rumors about Suga prove to have a basis in truth. Social media has been flooded with interpretations. Hashtags like #Jin to Jungkook and #ProtectSuga dominated Twitter's trending topics. Fans are split into two major camps. Those who see this as proof that BTS is under serious internal pressure, and those who believe this is simply part of the emotional dynamics between members who've been together for a long time. Yet in today's atmosphere of uncertainty, every facial expression and body movement by BTS members is analyzed with extreme intensity. Some observers of Korea's entertainment industry believe this moment cannot be ignored. In the K-pop world, where every group member's communication is often tightly controlled by agencies, such interactions rarely occur without significant context. Some even speculate that Jin, who just completed his military service, chose to intervene directly in maintaining the group's emotional stability, especially as he holds the status of eldest member and one of the most respected figures among them. If we draw a line connecting Suga's rumors and the Jin-Jungkook conversation, a common thread appears that cannot be ignored. The possibility that BTS's internal dynamics are under greater pressure than the public realizes. Suga's absence from several important events, Jungkook's activity delays, and Jin's serious gestures are not things to be taken lightly. Amid HYB's silence, the personal interactions between members become the only clues the public can analyze. The main concern now is why the agency hasn't provided a firm clarification. If there's truly no serious issue, wouldn't it be wiser for Big Hit to calm the public and restore fanbase trust with an official statement? Prolonged silence only widens the space for speculation, hoaxes, and mistrust. In K-pop, fan trust is the most valuable currency. And if that trust begins to fade due to lack of transparency, the trust crisis may become more serious than the group's internal issues themselves. Some sources claim that Jin's advice to Jungkook likely relates to efforts to preserve group morality and prepare for possible scenarios. The moment, said to be one of the most emotional conversations between Jin and Jungkook, has now become a major focus across various social media platforms. Yet amid the rising public attention, unignorable questions arise. Did this moment truly happen as it's being portrayed? Are we witnessing a reality that accidentally surfaced? Or are we seeing a crafted fragment intended to steer public opinion? The conversation was reported to have taken place after Jin officially completed his military duty. He was seen approaching Jungkook in a quiet moment, then speaking at length, with an expression some observers called deeply concerned. Meanwhile, Jungkook simply nodded, appearing to listen closely. Yet, no sound was captured, no official transcript exists, and there's no confirmation from Big Hit. So, how can we conclude the meaning of a moment we only witnessed from afar in a few seconds of video? Furthermore, the timing of this conversation is considered to coincide with the spread of rumors about Suga's condition and career direction. Some speculate that Suga is under internal pressure, possibly facing differences of opinion with management. Was the advice given by Jin to Jungkook a direct response to this issue? Or are we too quick to connects that have not been factually linked? Jin's attitude in the video looked firm, yet contained a tone of deep care. Many netizens on Twitter and TikTok speculate that he was delivering a moral message or warning to Jungkook about the internal dynamics currently shaking BTS. But again, do we truly know what's happening? Or are we interpreting something based on visuals lacking complete context? Interestingly, there's a narrative that this interaction was not spontaneous, but a form of symbolic communication deliberately showcased to deliver a message to the public. Is it really likely that Jin, known for his wisdom and caution, would let an important conversation leak to fans' cameras by accident? Or was this moment carefully orchestrated by internal parties to shape public perception? Various online media outlets have highlighted this topic as proof of tension within BTS. Yet to this day, there has been no official statement from Jin, Jungkook, or Big Hit Music. We must ask, why is there no clarification? Is the silence of the involved parties a veiled acknowledgement, or a communication strategy to let public speculation roam free? If we observe HYB and BTS's communication patterns so far, they're known for being tightly controlled in building image and guarding internal privacy. So, it's only natural if suspicion arises. Is the video's spread part of a deliberate communication strategy to divert attention from a larger issue? In such a situation, it is crucial for the public to maintain a critical distance from all circulating information. We need to ask ourselves, to what extent do we trust content from TikTok, Twitter, or YouTube that often relies on visual framing and unverifiable narratives? Are we not living in an era where perception can be shaped by a single camera angle and a dramatic caption? This phenomenon reminds us how easily public emotion can be steered by narratives not necessarily rooted in truth. Even mainstream media now often quote posts from fan accounts without thorough verification. Here lies the urgency to question, are we still rational consumers of information, or have we become objects of manipulation by the global entertainment industry? The advice allegedly given by Jin to Jungkook, if indeed true, surely carries great weight for BTS's internal dynamics. But when the context, content, and intention of that conversation cannot be confirmed, we should hold back from drawing hasty conclusions. It is precisely in this foggy state of information that the public must be more skeptical, not more believing. Speculation also suggests this may be a management strategy to maintain public attention amid the group's lack of activity. Is it possible that this emotional conversation is being used to preserve the warmth of member relations in the public eye, while diverting focus from issues about contracts, solo careers, or even the potential disbandment? Again, this can only be answered through reflection, not emotion. Today, as viewers, fans, and media consumers, we are urged not only to enjoy content but also to critique it. We need to ask basic questions.